It's Lena from Life, Love and Parenting. This week I've been trying to implement the rules for my toddler's misbehaviour. In the case of my 2-year-old, I've found this quite challenging. I've found that there has been times where she's had meltdowns, and I've felt like I've cycled through all my options. I've tried giving her what she wants, distracting her, ignoring her, comforting her, and none of it seemed to work. I've done a bit of research and looked at some better ways of coping with those situations. So when I started doing my research, the first advice I found was to ignore the tantrum, remove yourself or remove the child from the situation, and don't talk to the child, don't interact with them, basically. And that didn't sit well with me, with my background and how I was brought up. I feel like a lot of the time this was my mother's approach to me, and as a child I found that quite hurtful. I felt like I wasn't understood and like she didn't have time for my feelings. And so as a parent now, that's something that I want to avoid doing. So that's a big motivation for me in looking for other ways to deal with tantrums. So I kept looking, and I found some guidelines that resonated a lot better with me and that I'd like to share with you. So first step, when your toddler is having a meltdown, show them that you understand. Just put yourself into their shoes and try and think about the situation from their point of view. Are they tired or hungry? Are they getting overwhelmed? Did they want something and they're not getting it? What is it that's upsetting them? And then reflecting back to them that you understand what's going on for them. So an example could be if you're out and they want you to buy them a toy, you could say, "Oh, you really want a toy. I know it'd be really nice to have that, but we can't buy that for you today." That shows them that you've seen their desire to have that toy. You're acknowledging it and showing that you understand them, but at the same time you're just stating the facts about not being able to get it for them. So the second step is to comfort them. So for me, I normally try to offer them a hug, and for my son, he doesn't always want one to start with. He'll try and tell me he's not upset and he doesn't need a hug, but then sometimes he'll turn around and go, "Yes, I do want a hug." Offering them that comfort just allows them to understand that you are there for them and that you want to support them through this. Another thing that can be useful is initiating a change. So if you're in the shopping centre and they're having a meltdown, it might be good to say to them, "Look, I see you're not happy to be here at the moment. How about we go home?" That option of a change of scene can be a good thing for them, because maybe remaining in that environment is reinforcing the feelings that they're having. Another way of interrupting their emotions can be some sort of pattern interrupter. So sometimes for me, I grab some essential oils and roll them on their feet, and even the act of rolling it on their feet makes them go, oh, what's going on here? And it sort of just shifts their attention. And then, of course, the oils can then have a calming effect on them to help them regather themselves. But something else you could do is maybe try and be a bit silly or do something they enjoy, just something that disrupts that emotion so that they can get back into their thinking brain and not be so stuck in that emotion. The final tip is to mirror them. So when they're upset and they're, like my daughter might be saying, Peppa, Peppa. So I could then mirror her by saying, Peppa, Peppa, you want your Peppa. And that shows that I understand her. I understand what she's saying and what she wants. And that just helps her receive that message a bit better if I'm matching the way she's communicating and using the words that she uses. If I'm able to give her Peppa, I could then follow up with, Peppa, I'll get Peppa for you. Or if for some reason I can't give her Peppa, I could say, Peppa, you really want Peppa? But we can't give you Peppa right now. She's still in that receptive mode because you're talking to her in the way that she needs at that moment. So that's how I've gone this week, and I'm going to keep trying to implement my learnings and keep trying to discover better ways of encouraging and empowering my kids, and hopefully through this journey of parenting we can learn how to empower ourselves to empower our kids. Thank you.